Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Humble Servant Homestead. Guys, today I am out here inside of the garden. Now, our expected frost date is supposed to be November the 2nd. We're now in October the 19th, and we are experiencing frost here on the homestead. Now, if y'all can see right here is some squash plant that was inside of the garden here, and you can see it is pretty much burnt up. And so I'm going to come on in right now. Actually, this is pumpkin, not squash. And so I am here in the garden right now, guys, getting ready to get it situated, worked it up real quick. So some months back I came in with some um, goat manure inside of this bed here, so I can just go ahead and break down and pretty much get the soil ready. And so if y'all can see here, we have some real nice soil inside of this garden bed here, guys. And before I actually get started and get into it, our grow zone here that we are located is 8A, and that is in Georgia here, guys. And so what I'm going to do right now, I want to take you all on over here in the back where I store my goat manure when I clean out my goat pens, and we're going to go ahead and get some and put back inside of this bed here, so we can bring in some organic matter, and also we can build up our bed. The chickens, believe it or not, came on in here again. I let them out. They came on in and they were scratching. So this is where you can see all those little dents inside of this bed here. So we're going to go ahead and get this bed ready, worked it up real nice for our garlics, guys. All right, so stay tuned. Let's go get into it. So just want to give you all a shot of the garlic bed before we get it situated. So just so y'all can see, you know, a before and a after before I get started. Okay, so this is pretty much the bed here, guys. And what I had planted in this bed here over the springtime is carrots. We got a pretty good harvest out of there, and we also have some celery that we had planted as well, and that one right there is going to seed. All right, and quite a bit of stuff had went to seed in here, so in the springtime we may have some stuff pop up with the carrots, but that would be just fine. All right, so that is it right there, guys. Overview of the bed that we're getting ready to work on. All right, so let's go get on over here and start shoveling up some compost. Okay, and so here I am where I have my compost pile. And so lately I've been letting my chickens out. My compost pile was about this high right here, guys. And so I let the chickens out so they can come on in and scratch it, aerate it, so that way some air can get through it, guys. And so they have been loving this spot right on over here. They come on in and dust bathe or dust bath inside of this area here, guys. But it is some real good stuff. It's pretty much the hay from the goat pen and also the goat poo mixed in. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get the shoveling, get some wheelbarrow loads, and start building our beds. Okay, and so that right there is our first wheelbarrow load. Now it's time to get it on over there. Okay guys, and so that right there is my last load. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is pretty much get my pitchfork, and I'm going to start working this area right here, guys. Leveling out all that compost right there, just like this here. Break up any clumps, okay, just like that. Just spread it on out. And once I get through spreading it out, what I'm going to do is pretty much come on in, kind of work it just a little bit. Wow, look at that. That's a beet. Okay? Just pretty much come on in, work it just like that. Because what we want to go ahead and do is pretty much loosen this soil up. So that way, in the springtime, once your garlic start to bulb, there's no, the thickness of the dirt won't restrict your bulbs from expanding. Okay, so that's why we want to loosen this soil up a little bit, so that way they can grow freely. Okay, and so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now, is spread out this bed, and I will be back to show you all the finishing touch. All right, and so these are all the piles that I've brought in, and I pretty much put them in the lower spots where they were needed. And so I'm just going to go ahead and spread them on out. Right, so stay tuned, guys. Okay, guys, and so that is it right there for the bed. It have all been worked over, and so now, if y'all was following, y'all noticed that I did not put any fertilizer in this bed just as yet. And I will not be putting any fertilizer until in the springtime, guys. Simple reason why: you don't want your garlics to go ahead and start growing like crazy in the fall. So you don't want to put any fertilizer until in the early spring. That is when your garlic is going to start to get into that bulbing phase. And so that is when you want to put your fertilizer. Now, garlic, they love nitrogen. So if you have some granulated chicken manure, you can go ahead in the early spring and broadcast over your garlic. And so that will give them that boost to go ahead and form real nice head garlics, guys. And so I just got my workout. That is what we love here on the homestead. So, hey, it's not really bothering me coming out here and working. Only thing is real cold this morning, and so that is my only worry. I don't really like the cold too much, and so that is why I'm out here to get these garlics in the ground now. So guys, stay tuned on. We are going to take you all on the next step. I am hoping, well, I'm more so praying I can plan out this whole bed with garlic today. I have not measured these beds as yet, so I don't know how long they are, but one of the day I will. All right. So just go ahead, stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Okay, so just a quick update here on the beds, just to kind of let y'all see what is going on. Got it real nice and leveled out, guys. And so that is it right there. And so what I'm going to do here now is take you all on over there underneath the shed where we have our garlic from last year. And so that is what we will be planting back inside of this bed right here, guys. I'm not going to be putting any kind of mulch or anything on the top of these garlic. Simple reason why: this goat manure had a lot of mulch in it is already, and so what that will do over the fall time going into the spring, that will kind of even help to break down and turn into soil as well, guys. All right, and so these few little plants right here, celery, I did go ahead and leave them, and so we are going to plant some garlic around them as well, and hey, see what they do. All right, so stay tuned. We will be heading on over there to the shed now. Okay, and so we are underneath the shed here, guys. So this is where I stored my garlic over the springtime, and so now we are in fall, and so we are getting ready to pick the garlics, the ones that we'll want to plant out there inside of the beds. Okay, and so far that's what they're looking like. And I also have some elephant garlic here as well that I will be planting. Wow, look at that. And so we got some bulbs here, guys. That right there is the elephant garlic bulbs. So far, they stored really well over the winter time, and that's a little small one right there. So nonetheless, this right here is the garlic that we will be choosing from. All right, and so we also have some hardneck garlic down here as well that we will be planting back inside of that area there. So we got the elephant garlic, hardneck garlic, and also soft neck garlic. Now, I'm hoping I have enough over here to fill that bed out, because we was pulling garlic from this area here in over the springtime and also over the summer, and so I am praying that I have enough to fill out the beds. All right, so that is it right there. So what I'm going to do right now is pull these garlics and start breaking them apart, putting them inside of a bowl, separating them out, and plant them in the different spots there in the garden, guys. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, and so here we are with all the garlics that we'll pull from underneath the carport. We'll more so pull the bigger garlic. Okay, and so the reason for that is, guys, when you get ready to plant your garlic, you want to make sure that you are planting the biggest bulbs that you can find within the garlic. Simple reason why you want to make sure that when you plant them and when you harvest, you're getting big bulbs of garlic and not small garlic. So if you plant smaller bulbs, you will end up with small garlic, and if you plant big bulbs, you will end up with big garlic, guys. All right, and so right over here we have our elephant garlic, like we stated, underneath the shed there, and they're more so in the leek family. Okay, and so they shape like garlic, and so they call them elephant garlic, but they're more so in the leek family. Now they are pretty much twice the size of a regular garlic, and so hey, we absolutely love them here on the homestead. So every year when we plant the elephant garlic, we will save them back to plant for next year, so we could end up with more elephant garlic. So it's a whole lot more than what we had last year. Okay, so what I'm going to do over here on this side is pretty much go ahead and take these ones out of the paper. All of these ones right here is already been taken out. Now these right here is our hard neck garlic, guys. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull them out, and we'll take you on over there when we get ready to plant them, and we'll talk a little bit more about planting our garlics. All right, so stay tuned, guys. Okay, guys, and so what I was just doing was pretty much making a couple of furrows here, and so I'm going to go ahead and start placing down my garlic inside of these furrows. And so my spacing is going to be right at about 6 inches apart. All right, simple reason why, you know that garlics, they're very competitive when it comes to them getting nutrients, and so we want to space them wide enough to where that they're not competing with one another for energy. All right, so right in this area right here in the front, what I'm going to go ahead and do, last year I had a couple of elephant garlic planted in the front here, and so this year I'm going to this year, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put my hard neck garlic in the front this year. All right, just even to speak a little bit about the hard neck garlic, there are a bit more heartier, and also flavor wise they're a whole lot flavorful. All right, so we don't have much hard neck garlic to plant this year. Hopefully, maybe if we may go out to the store and find some, we would plant some inside of this area as well. And you want to look for organic garlic, guys, if you're going to be planting garlics from the store. Some of those, sometimes they may spray them with different chemicals and stuff like that that would inhibit them from growing. All right. So, no further ado, we're going to go ahead, get on in here, and start laying down our garlics. So right now, what I'm doing is actually um, looking for the biggest garlics that I can find inside of this batch here, guys. Like I said, big garlics give you, big cloves give you big bulbs, okay? And so that is what I am looking for here, because of course, you know, we put all this time into planting our garlics. We definitely want some big bulbs, okay? And so that is exactly what we are looking for. All right. And also these hardneck garlics, they do take a bit longer time to harvest uh, comparing to the short to the soft neck garlic. So keep that in mind, that whenever you plant them, they won't be getting harvested the same time the soft neck garlics will be getting harvested. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind. And also another thing, whenever you're getting ready to place your garlic down inside of the dirt, guys, you want to make sure that you are placing bottom side down into the dirt and top side need to be facing up. Oftentimes a lot of people may make the mistake and facing your garlic point down, and that restricts your garlic from growing. Okay, and so right now, as I get ready to go ahead and start putting these garlic down inside of the dirt, what you want to do is you want to hold that garlic just like that, and you just wiggle back and forth and put that garlic down inside of the dirt. Now, one of the things is you don't want to go down too deep into the dirt with that garlic, guys. Simple reason why: you don't want it to be restricted from bursting up out of the dirt. So you want to go ahead and put them down in the dirt at least about 2 inches deep. Okay, 2 inches deep. And like I said, this area here, the stuff that we're using in is goat manure. So it's, and they have a lot of as y'all can see right here, straw and grass in it. So we're not going to mulch these garlics once we plant them. We're just going to leave them. We probably could come on in maybe with a little bit of, and I don't think that's necessary, because like I said, this is already organic matter that we have on this bed here. I was going to say we probably could come on in with some compost, but I think this right here will do just fine. So go ahead, just stay tuned, guys, and I will bring you all back shortly once I go ahead and lay these garlics down, and we'll talk a little bit more about these garlics before we get out of here. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, and as y'all can see, camera lady is back, and I'm happy. Okay, um, so far we have this row pretty much completed. We are all the way at the end.
The whole bed.
The whole bed, yes.
Wow.
So give or take, we have right at about 500 garlic planted in this bed right here. And so this year I did them a little bit different. I give them quite a bit more spacing, guys. So you know, like we talk about, right at about 6 inches for your spacing, just to make sure that you are getting some pretty big bulbs. Simple reason why, um, you don't want your garlic to be competing for nutrients. Okay, but pretty much I've been here on my knee just planting away. And just a quick overcap, just make sure that your bulbs that you're planting is the biggest bulbs. Simple reason why, you want big cloves of garlic, guys. And as y'all know, every year we plant garlic here on the homestead. Okay, and so that is always something that we always look forward to doing in the fall. All right, and another thing is, just make sure that whenever you're planting your garlic, guys, it is right around this time of the year. Some people would want to plant their garlic in the spring. You could do that. You probably can get away with it. Simple reason why, you may run into the issue where you don't get big bulbs. You'll get a lot of growth, but not a lot of bulbing, because you want your garlic to overwinter throughout the winter time. Okay, and then in the spring it submerge up out of the ground, and that is where you come on in, when it starts submerging with your nitrogen. Okay,
Emerging.
emerging, yes. So not submerging is going down, emerging, yes. And so when you come on in with your nitrogen, you want to make sure you come in with granulated chicken manure or something like that. And when you're applying, don't apply too much, guys, because what will happen, it will start shooting a whole bunch of foliage out, which you do need your foliage, but not too much nitrogen. Okay, preferably if you can plant them in organic matter, that would be a whole lot better. That would be like a more so of a slow release for those garlic, and you don't really have to put any fertilizer on them if you prefer not to. Okay, so I think pretty much um, we have reached to that point where we are at the end. Earlier I showed you guys how to go ahead and plant your garlic. I gave you all the spacing and everything like that. So right now, what I'm going to do is pretty much all these 500 garlics that are out here, I'm going to have to put hands on them again, pushing them down inside of the ground. But real quick, I want to show you all something here on the elephant garlic. So come on along. All right. So right down here is where we have our elephant garlic in this area here. So it is in the middle to separate the hard neck garlic from the soft neck garlic, guys. And so I just want to show you all something here. This right here is actually the chromes from the elephant garlic. Now this one was planted last year, guys, but I want to show you all the size on this chromes right here. And so I am praying that we get a really huge elephant garlic out of this spot right here. So remember, whenever you pull your elephant garlic and you see those chromes, don't throw them away. Plant them back in the fall. Okay, and so in the springtime you will be able to get chromes just like this, and even in the kitchen we can cook them just like this right here, guys. Okay, so that right there is pretty much it. Like I said, all these garlics in here, I'm going to have to put hands back on them again, getting them planted. All right, and so like I said, you want to push them down right at about 2 inches deep. This one's gonna have to go a little bit deeper, it's so big. All right, But guys, nonetheless, I pray and I hope that y'all took something away from this video right here today, guys. Coming with me planting garlic once more. All right. So of course, you know, in the springtime we'll come back on through and see what the harvest that we get out of these garlic here. All right. So stay tuned until in the springtime. All right. And so nonetheless, I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you all out there. You like the content y'all got here today, go ahead, throw that thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And that is it. Have a blessed day. Remember to keep a smile on your face.